The Phantom of the Opera was the largest production at the Leeds Center with the most performances we've ever had of any artistic event, with 16 performances, including one performance exclusively for students. Over 2,000 kids got to see the show. It's also the biggest production, 20 semi-trucks. And also the highest number of people to ever see a program at the Leeds Center, over 28,000 people. The Leeds Center for Performing Arts not only brings great performances to the stage, education is a central part of our mission. And for Phantom of the Opera, we had a wide variety of educational outreach programs where the artists from Phantom of the Opera worked with our students.
So today I get to meet with a few students, field some questions, give them some great answers, hopefully, and listen to a few of them sing and kind of breathe some life into their performances and help them find that next step in their performance. This part, you can kind of get angry at the fact that the war stole your husband from you.
Perfect.
You know?
He talked about the little details about acting that you might not think of and just ways to finesse it and make them better. And he also talked about performance versus auditioning and that process for us.
Was the story clearer that time?
Yeah. I'm incredibly grateful to the Leeds Center for always making these things available to us and for letting us get tickets to go and see the Phantom of the Opera and other shows, and just having all of that right here in Lincoln is so important.
You know, it's so vital that the Leeds Center for Performing Arts makes things like this happen, because if the students don't see working performers, it makes it a little more challenging for them to step out once they have to get out into the real world. So when you open the doors this way for people to come in and do what I'm doing today, you change lives in a great, great way. Absolutely, thank you.
Seeing shadows, breathing lies, Masquerade.
So today we learned a combination from Masquerade from Phantom of the Opera by the two dance captains of Phantom of the Opera.
Masquerade, you're going to take 3 walks, 2, 3, come into a B+.
It was really cool to do because you don't often get to do musical theater, and especially not getting to learn from the professionals themselves, so it was a really cool experience to have.
How do you get to the other side?
It's less than you think.
It is.
It is. You don't travel too much.
I love teaching master classes because I was once a student. I would have loved to have done something along those lines, and that was not something that was necessarily an opportunity for me with my path.
I really liked the acting portion. They really encouraged us to act along and sing with the music. It gets kids and people inspired. Like, I was sort of thinking about a musical theater career, and this sort of made me like a little more thinking it was actually possible.
And then you retrace your steps. That's it.
Oh, yeah.
That'll be better. Yeah.
Workshops like this are really great opportunities to expose dancers and performers to the arts and get them into like some really great experiences.
Performing arts centers and artistic programs do not sustain themselves with ticket sales alone. Actually, tickets only cover about half of the cost of bringing the greatest artists in the world to Nebraska. And so it's thanks to the generous people of our community, you know, both individuals, corporations, and foundations, that we're able to bring programs like Phantom of the Opera to the Leeds Center. The Leeds Center has an amazing history of bringing the greatest artistic productions in the world to Lincoln, Nebraska. Firebird with St. Louis Symphony and American Ballet Theater with Misty Copeland. This year, the most popular Broadway show of all time, Phantom of the Opera. The success of this production is going to lead to more of the greatest artistic events in the world to come to Lincoln, Nebraska.